There's a large number of great video games over the years that have gone overlooked for various reasons. Perhaps it was poor timing, bad marketing, or some other reason. So I'll share with you 10 amazing games you'll wish you had played earlier. Coming up next on Brett in Tech. With the recent news that Respawn Entertainment has canceled Titanfall 3, I thought we should start out this video with Titanfall 2. Released in 2016, this first-person shooter is a sequel to 2014's Titanfall. Featuring an excellent single-player campaign, which the first game did not, players control a Titan, mech-style exoskeletons, and their pilots, who are equipped with a variety of skills ranging from cloaking to wall running. Titanfall 2 had the poor timing of releasing at the same time as Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare, and Battlefield 1. Next up is Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Released in 2021, this is a fantastic game I put off playing for years, assuming it would be just as terrible as most games based on comics or movies. Well, like many others, I was wrong. This action-adventure is based on the Marvel Comics superhero team of the same name. The plot follows the Guardians, who while attempting to capture a beast for a wealthy collector, inadvertently trigger a catastrophe which threatens the peace of the galaxy. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy has a great story, full of humor, the combat controls are very intuitive, and best of all, no microtransactions like many Marvel games. State of Decay 2, released in 2018, is an action-adventure survival game developed by Undead Labs. Like its predecessor, players are responsible for building a community, managing resources, and surviving against a horde of zombies. When this game was released, it had numerous technical issues, and it didn't have any difficulty options. Credit goes to the developer for fixing those problems and improving the game's graphics to make it one of the best survival zombie games ever. Sadly, by the time State of Decay 2 was properly playable, most players had already moved on to something else. We're going way back for this one. Blur, released in 2010, is an arcade-style racing vehicular combat game developed by Bizarre Creations and published by Activision. You can think of this game as an amped-up Mario Kart using real cars. I don't know why Blur didn't become more popular. While the single player was decent, its multiplayer with 20 players at a time was absolutely exhilarating, and a lot more fun than Mario Kart. This one deserves a proper remake. Everspace 2, released in 2023, is an action role-playing game developed and published by Rockfish Games. The single-player spaceship shooter features exploration in space and on planets, role-playing game elements, tons of loot, mining, and crafting. Some describe it as Diablo in space. Despite positive reviews, Everspace 2 was a massive departure from the first game in the series, alienating a lot of players, causing it to get overlooked. Sleeping Dogs is a 2012 action-adventure game developed by United Front Games and published by Square Enix. Set in Hong Kong, the story follows a martial artist and undercover cop who infiltrates a triad organization. The open-world setting is amazing, and the gameplay is a lot of fun. It should have had more widespread popularity than it did. A sequel to Sleeping Dogs, in development, was eventually cancelled. Also released in 2012, Spec Ops: The Line is a third-person shooter developed by Jaeger Development and published by 2K. It's the 7th title in the Spec Ops series. In this game, you control Captain Martin Walker, who is sent to Dubai with an elite Delta Force team on a recon mission. Despite an absolutely incredible story, Spec Ops: The Line got overshadowed by a new Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Ghost Recon that were released at the same time. Marvel's Midnight Suns is a tactical, role-playing game developed by Firaxis Games and is another one in this video, published by 2K. For superhero and strategy fans, this game is highly recommended. It features great character-driven missions and a story that is actually fun. My guess as to why this game underperformed is people getting burned out with the whole superhero genre. Old World, released in 2021, is a historical, turn-based strategy 4X game developed by Mohawk Games. It's very similar to games in the Civilization series and has narrative elements reminiscent of the Crusader Kings series. What likely led to its limited appeal is the steep learning curve when getting started, And unlike the other games in this video, it's only available for Windows, macOS, and Linux. Brutal Legend, released in 2009, is an action-adventure game with real-time strategy elements. It was created by Double Fine and published by Electronic Arts. With Jack Black voicing the main character, it's about a roadie who is transported to a fantasy world inspired by artwork of heavy metal album covers. The marketing for this game was horrible. Instead of being a simple hack-and-slash game as advertised, it's more like a comedic fusion of action and real-time strategy. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you to find a new game to play, give it a thumbs up and share it with others. What video games do you think have gone overlooked over the years? Let us know in the comments. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe and hit the bell to not miss out on our latest videos about games and other tech-related stuff here on Brett in Tech.